Mm, okay.
What's good, y'all?
26 minutes, NY Drill, rating Kenzo Balla, Year of the Balla, aka the album of the year in 2023.
Welcome back to another vid. Today I will be rating Kenzo Balla's Year of the Balla.
Facts.
But this is different than my other rating videos.
Yeah, getting that bag.
I will be going much more in depth for each song, and I will split each song into 3 categories. The first category will be the lyrics.
Okay.
I will be rating the general wordplay and how good it was pertaining to the type of song he made. The second category will be the flow. Whether it's a faster flow for a faster paced song or a slower flow. I will rate how good it fits with the song and if it's unique to what I've heard from him
before.
It's a cool
AI. It ain't bad.
Last but not least, I will rate the production/mixing. This will correlate with the other 2 categories because
production. I think that's gonna include beat, right? Like I was thinking like beat, production, everything. That makes sense.
As if the beat is emotional, I expect the lyrics to match and fit the vibe. Some people will argue this doesn't fall on the rapper, but I think beat choice can make or break a song.
It does. It definitely does. Like production, everything. Because the rapper listens to it and like, oh, I want to put this on the album. He should have awareness that, oh, this shit ain't mixed right. I throw it back to the producer or get another producer on it and fix it. It definitely falls on the rapper.
People will argue that
of course production is beat. Okay,
doesn't fall on the rapper, but I think beat choice can make or break a song.
Facts.
At the end of all the categories, I will give an overall rating for the song. And at the end of the video, I will give an overall rating for the album.
10 out of 10.
With that being said, I hope you'll enjoy the vid.
Rah-rah beans, yellow dummy. All of them niggas got rap like a mummy. Nick, Lilo, Ray, Dubsky. 2 of them niggas got hair in they tummy. Wayne, Maxi, AJ, Bustin'. So many niggas got hair in they muff.
Like, I would say, I don't know how it can get better. I'm just being honest. Like, y'all gonna call me a dick rider, but like, what needed to change to make it a 10?
And these niggas still ain't doing nothing. He's trying to push up on me, so I burst him.
Category 1, lyrics. Kenzo was talking crazy on the song. It was an aggressive ass beat, so of course Kenzo had to match the energy. Many crazy disses. And he also does a good job at keeping the disses refreshing. The Winder DA Brat sequence was crazy. He clearly has some sort of pent-up anger towards her.
Like she wasn't just fucking on 50 to 7, little bitch that stayed out the mix. And she smoking the bush, she shot. Bitches rapping what they really not. How the fuck she talking on the Fox when bro made a hop and cap and beat the ball? Like dirty bitch, she talking on the wax of the real right bullet, knock out a sock. Still taking trays that little bitches pop. Ain't nobody believing it stop.
He even managed to do that chain of dissing a million ops in a row creatively, instead of just listing 14 ops.
Right.
He listed ops that have things in common and pointed it out. I won't play a clip, but you can go back to the first clip I played when introducing the song too. See what I mean? Overall for the lyrics of this song, I will give it a 9 out of 10. Category 2, flow.
Okay, I feel like you should have did, I know it's gonna be hard, but like a little visual or something, like where do you rank this, and this, and how'd you get your overall score? Type shit.
I won't lie, Kenzo kept a very one-note flow,
or at least just like put like the song rating
on this whole track. That doesn't mean it's bad, however. The flow fit great on the dark and grimy feel of the song. And even though he didn't change it up much throughout the track, I still wasn't really bored. He manages to make a simple flow somehow interesting, which is something a lot of drill rappers can't do. Overall, I will give the flow on this song an 8 out of 10. If he had
it's the first one, right?
Little variation, I would have given it a higher rating. But still a good flow nonetheless. Category 3, production/mixing. I guess I'll start with the mixing, because there really isn't much
I thought, I would go to 3 categories and then overall.
Much to say. Kenzo usually doesn't do too much with the mixing.
It don't really matter.
Of his voice.
I'm just saying what I would do.
And it sounds very clean and well layered over the beat. I would give the mixing a 10 out of 10.
Thanks.
Now for the beat itself. First of all, I fuck with the sample heavy, great Nardo Wick beat. And it has that dark airy sound which is perfect for a drill beat. As for the rest of the beat, it's all very clean and well mixed. I also love how pronounced the bass is. You can really feel it whenever you have headphones on. Overall, I will give the beat a 9 out of 10. I feel like the drum pattern and just the beat itself was a little basic, but still a great beat. That puts the production/mixing overall at a 9.5 out of 10. A great score. If we average out the rating for all three categories, that puts Op Huntin' at an 8.8 out of 10. For simplicity, I'll bump it up to a 9 out of 10. A very strong start for Year of the Balla.
Okay, feeling this side. I ain't gonna lie, this one my favorite of the album.
Category 1, Lyrics. This was definitely more of a love song vibe from Kenzo, which just further proves his versatility.
Facts.
And I feel that Kenzo's wordplay matched the feel of the song. He had great bars and switch-ups in there, talking about the highs and lows of a relationship and how he bounced back from such heartbreak, and the overall character growth he went through over that period.
Like, Josh really making this shit like a movie, bro. Like, Kenzo put out this song and he like he wants you to envision what he's going through, and Josh is like, I don't know, he's explaining it perfectly. And I'm on whatever type of time. We can take a trip and we can vibe. You know my feelings for you deep inside. I'm gonna fuck up your front to why I'm deep inside. And if me loving you is a crime, that's what I'm doing the time. Totally nobody just need you or not. Just jump in this Maybach and go for the ride like now I'm up, she saying that she miss me. Did me dirty, left me at my lowest. I was going through it, I was feeling hopeless. And that nigga, dang, that low, bro. I got up in my back and I got focused. Did it by myself, you know, coaching. Now I really got the baddest bitches open. And these houses out that I'm smoking. I gotta keep it on me, can't be loafing. You too busy worrying about the past. You know I was young and wild and living fast. But you know I will give you my last. You start reminiscing and getting your back. And I hate it when you start to drag shit. Both got reasons to be on some mad shit. Got you saying crying on your sad shit. Got me thinking about how I've been acting.
Kenzo also did a great job of staying on topic for the most part. He didn't randomly start dissing or rapping filler bars just to pass time.
Facts.
Mostly every bar had meaning and fit the theme of the song. With that being said, I will give the lyrics on this song a 10 out of 10. Because when I hear this, I truly think of a love song. And that's what this song should be about. Category 2, Flow. Now this is the type of flow I'm trying to hear. Way more variation than the previous song. And this shows his capability on the mic. There were multiple beat switch-ups on the song, which I will get into in a little bit. But every time Kenzo managed to match the energy and deliver a refreshing flow, keeping things interesting.
Heartbroken, they don't know how I'm feeling inside. Remember nights I held you when you cried. You say you would never leave me, but you lied. And I'm filled with emotional damage. Need to take a trip, I need to clear my mind. And you really cut me like a bandage. It was hard to manage cause you did me type of time. We can take a trip and we can vibe. You know my feelings for you deep inside.
Like, bro, his ability, like, that's what Kenzo music, like, I don't know, that's why it's above so many people, bro, because he's not just a regular rapper with a hook, verse, hook, with only 2 different flows. Like, he can switch it up multiple times in a song. He's done it before. Every time. Oh, shit.
I'm doing the time. Totally nobody just need you or not. Just jump in this Maybach and go for the ride. Did me dirty, left me at my lowest. I was going through it, I was feeling hopeless. I'm that nigga, yeah, I didn't notice, so I got up in my back and I got focused. Did it by myself, you know.
EK does that.
Now I really got the baddest bitches open. And these houses out that I'm smoking. I gotta keep it on me, can't be loafing.
With all that being said, I'll give his flow a 9 out of 10. Category 3, production/mixing.
I feel like that song, like, flow gotta be a 10 out of 10, bro. He switched it up multiple times. Like the low wasn't even a low for me.
Once again, the mixing is very clean, but there's one issue. The ad-libs on this are atrocious. It always repeats right after he says the bar. It's just lazy and doesn't sound good.
Too much emotion, heartbroken, they don't know how I'm feeling inside. Remember nights I held you when you cried. You say you would never leave me, but you lied. And I'm filled with emotional damage. Need to take a trip, I need to clear my mind. And you really cut me like a bandage. It was hard to...
I guess, but it's like, what do you want him to say? Like, gaga boom? Like, like, I don't know what to do. Like, what is he supposed to do? That was just there to, like, just to boost the real lyrics and just adds depth to the song.
His voice itself is fine on this, and it's just standard Kenzo mixing/delivery, but the ad-libs kind of fuck up.
There was ways to complement the bar without repeating it. Like what?
Hook at some points.
What do you want him to do?
The mixing gets a 7 out of 10. Now for the beat itself. It's a great sample to start off. I don't know where it's from, but it has an almost ethereal sound to it, and it's enjoyable to listen to.
Ethereal?
I also like...
What does the ethereal mean? Ethereal, Greek? Often described as invisible light or fire. Light and delicate. Okay, okay.
Beat itself. It's a great sample to start off. I don't know where it's from, but it has an almost ethereal sound to it, and it's enjoyable to listen to.
Facts.
I also like the various switch-ups in the beat, with the back and forth style from the standard drill beat to the Jersey club type beat. Overall, I would give the beat a 9 out of 10, putting the production/mixing score at an 8 out of 10. With all that being said, my overall rating for emotional damage is a 9 out of 10. Very good showcase of what a love song.
And Joe said he couldn't listen to this shit twice.
So far, a fantastic start for this album.
What the fuck?
Watch 'em, bro, spot 'em. I figure soon, but they ran out of pocket. Nigga, let me know if it's a problem. Cause my niggas will solve it. See, I better aim at your target. And my demons gon' spin it regardless.
I ain't gonna lie. I understand if you don't like the beat. I ain't the biggest fan of the beat.
Let me get the dropping on the sport.
Category 1, Lyrics. Kenzo didn't really have any standout bars on this song.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any point in the song where I was like, wow, he went crazy. There's really not much to say about his wordplay here. It's not bad by any means because Kenzo has a higher bar than most drill rappers.
Facts.
But that also means he'll get rated a little more harshly. Overall, I'll give the lyrics a 7 out of 10. Category 2, Flow. Once again, there really isn't much to say here. He barely changed it up throughout the song. And even the flow he did keep just wasn't.
But, nah, bro. He definitely changed it up, like, at least 3 times.
Wasn't all that exciting. I found it hard.
I understand you gotta, like, raise the bar for Kenzo
to keep interest in the song. Overall, I'll give the flow in 7 out of 10. You're probably confused why I gave it a decent rating after shitting on it. As I said before, a boring flow from Kenzo is way better than a boring flow from someone like Nestiflox. Sorry for the stray Squidward G's. Category 3, Production/Mixing. The mixing is standard Kenzo mixing. Not much to say about it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Standard Kenzo mixing?
Now the beat is a whole different story. I know I said that I enjoyed the Jersey Club switch-ups on Emotional Damage, but this song had way too much Jersey Club. I also wasn't a fan of the sample. I know the constant voice on the beat was going for an airy factor, but to me it just sounded weird and distracting.
Yeah, facts. Nah, facts. I agree with that.
For that, I'll have to give the beat a 4 out of 10, putting the production/mixing overall at a 6 out of 10. Finally, my overall rating for Can't Lack is a 6.5 out of 10. It's a decent song, but that beat was really a killer.
Baby, let me know if you gon' vibe. You move a walkie, what's the vibe? I keep a cocky by my side. Still super city clutching on his.
I ain't gonna lie, for this, I think I got the old one where it's like voice is louder. But for the one on the album, I hate how it sounds. Like they should have upped it or like took the little layer off of it.
Try to make up for when I ain't had time, but you know I was stuck on the grind. Pop me a break and say I'ma be fine. Niggas never on my type of time.
Category 1, Lyrics. Once again, a love vibe from Kenzo. One small thing I'll complain about is that a lot of Kenzo's love songs tend to be similar, which is why I want him to get into the pain drill lane. That's for another video though.
Josh, I don't be saying that. I've been said that shit. Nah.
That being said,
that's my take.
This is kind of a different love type of song. Kenzo isn't really focusing on all the positives of
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I don't watch other reactors, because I know they say certain shit about people, and like, I just stay clear of all of that. I make my own opinions up.
Like,
I'm not saying you don't believe in that, but I definitely was saying that first. Nah, I'm saying, like, I always said, like, oh, I fuck with the love drill shit, I fuck with the diss and shit, but, like, the pain drill shit, like, what you went through in life and how you get through it, how you overcome it, and shit like that, it struggles.
Like he was on Emotional Damage. He's more so bringing up the argument stage of love and coping with his emotions through the use of drugs.
Promise you love me and you never switch. When I'm in the trenches, you the one I miss. Still moving tactic, I throw my hip and my feelings so wacky, gotta take a sip. I would never talk on what we did. Promise you I'll never roll my lips. Just moving too high was always in a mix. Spinning through the opposite, trying to blitz like I'm off the drug to get me in my zone. I ain't trying to argue, just leave me alone. In the studio, you blowing on my phone. Think I'm with a bitch, I should've just stayed home. Hardcore, so I'm dressing all this.
I'm sure. Oh my god, you don't remember me saying that? So you never watched the Kenzo Balla reaction. You never watched the Love Drill reaction then. It's fine. I'm not saying you don't believe it, but I definitely was saying that a long time ago. I think I said that in like 2022, like beginning of 2022 or something like that.
He did occasionally go off topic, talking about blitzing on the ops and whatever, and also a random Rod G stray. But overall, he did a good job painting a picture.
I'm just saying because I never seen anybody else said that.
Relationship and him dealing with it. For that, I'll give the lyrics a 9 out of 10. Category 2, flow. Kenzo had good flow deviation on this, so that's already a plus. And every single flow he used was amazing on the beat, perfectly transitioning from each previous flow. I'll give the flow on this a 10 out of 10. There's nothing I would change about it. Category 3.
For me, the flow was basic for my type of time. Like, it was basic. I felt like he could have did more. And like that's where we bring in the Kenzo Balla higher standards. Because I feel like he could have did more for that beat.
Production/mixing. To start off, the mixing is amazing on this. That ad-lib problem is gone. It's not too loud or overpowering and actually enhances each bar rather than taking away from it. Also, the beat doesn't overpower the voice and vice versa. The mixing gets a 10 out of 10 from me. The beat is even better. I don't know if that piano melody is a sample.
No, just because it's a slower paced flow doesn't mean, or a slower paced beat, he can't find a better flow for it.
Or if Internet Money made it themselves. But that shit is beautiful. Remind me of a warm sunny day for some reason. Also, that's
like, I just feel like that flow he used, like you could send it to any other drill rapper and they would probably do the same flow.
Smooth drum pattern.
It was just basic.
Makes the beat all that much more relaxing. Super nonchalant vibe. I fuck with it heavy. I'm gonna have to give the beat a 10 out of 10. Putting the overall for the mixing and production at a 10 out of 10. Great effort from Internet Money. This is what a professional studio gets you. For the song overall, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Great song by Kenzo, and maybe the best on the album.
Wow. It's so underrated, bro.
I can't wait till I run in the flash. 5 red beats, you gon' get on his ass. Niggas rapping, but they doing bad. Can't go on like Ryan, ain't doing no cash. We on top, I know these niggas mad. Niggas still ain't get back for the past. Like
Category 1, lyrics. I know I've kind of been rambling this whole time, but there really isn't much to say about his lyrics on this. It's a standard diss song, so the disses aren't as much of a standout as they are on a song
like
that
flow and beat.
It's also not a love song or pain drill or anything like that. It's literally just a regular drill song. Overall, I'll give the lyrics a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad wordplay by any means, but it was just decent. Category 2, flow. Now this is a whole different story.
That's what I'm saying.
This is some of the best Kenzo flows I've ever heard. He switched the flow up like 4 times. And every single time, it was something I don't feel like I've heard from Kenzo before.
That's what I'm saying.
let me know who's spinning. Smoking on Mexi Lottie, this shit hitting. Mixing with K, now this already kicking. Black like a bitch and I heard he was snitching. I got a couple gunners on this hit list. Niggas keep rapping what they not living. GDK's been a crook and I'm clicking. EBK, anybody could get it. I swear that could never be me. Ran through the hate tryna flock at the G. Spin through the hill tryna catch me or all. If I run in the keep, that nigga gotta go. Ops keep this and get back for your bro. Y'all beefing with us if y'all don't got no post. TG with me cause I know he gon' blow. Pass it the rain, he up in the scope. Back out, then click. All my demons is taking that risk. Hop out, then blitz. We gon' leave them niggas on they strip. And this brand new beam, I got legit. That book already still got end up hit. And they just the function, now it's lit. I swear the duck cause we not tryna miss. Don't act full nickel, this shit got a kickback.
Forward.
Them niggas ain't get back.
Forward.
Them niggas just sit back. He with his bitch on, push out, wig back. What they talking about, we really did that. That bitch give me the drop with his crib back. He run up, get him pop like a tic tac. Bitch, I'm a demon, come fuck with a Big Mac.
I'll give Kenzo's flow on this a 10 out of 10. Hella diversity, and they were all fire flows.
You might as well do 11.
Category 3, production/mixing. The mixing is a 6 out of 10 right out the gate. That ad-lib problem that I was talking about before, it's amplified here. Every ad-lib is just a repetition of the previous bar.
What do you want
Plus,
me to
it's
say?
mixed super loud, so it's hard not to focus on once you notice it.
I swear that could never be me. Ran through the hate tryna flock at the G. Spin through the hill tryna catch me or all. If I run in the keep,
I ain't gonna lie, the little layer on the ad-lib fucked it up a little bit. And they should've like lowered it a little bit. But that's not, like, I don't know what you want to say for the ad-libs, bro. Everybody does that.
Ops keep this and get back for your bro. Y'all beefing with us if y'all don't got no post. TG with me cause I know he gon' blow. Pass it the rain, he up in the scope.
As for Kenzo's voice itself, it was solid as always.
Yeah.
Those ad-libs are horrid
Clear.
though. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
What?
Anyways, the beat itself.
What? Like, the ad-lib shit is normal.
I actually mess with. I don't know where that sample is from. but it sounds like it wouldn't fit on a drill beat, yet it somehow works. I also like how simple the beat is. There isn't any super crazy bass or crazy drum effects. It's just a simple drum pattern, so it does a good job of enhancing Kenzo's rapping, rather than taking away from it. I'll give the beat an 8 out of 10, because I do think it's a little basic, still solid nonetheless. That puts the production overall at a 7 out of 10. That puts OUSMANE's overall at an 8 out of 10.
Not even dead on the scene. 45 with an infrared beam. Shots at the top and make his body lean. Try to run, but he tripped and his body got steam. No almost when I spit through the teeth like I'm trying to spot a teeth and do him grease like I'm on call and trying to let it squeeze like
I don't know what about this song, and I know Ray didn't do the best. I feel like that was obviously like when you hear this song, that's like the eye-opening factor. Like, oh yeah, that's not it, which is cool. But I feel like even if it just TG and Kenzo was on it, bro, it just didn't like. It didn't have that feel to it. I don't know what about it, but it just wasn't it. Nah, Josh. But what ad-libs do you want Kenzo to say? We can agree or disagree. That's fine. But I'm just saying, like, what do you want him to say?
Category 1, lyrics. Now I'm not
no
saying
ad-libs?
this rival.
If he had no ad-libs, I feel like the song would be super bare.
Soft hunting.
Just gaga boom every time.
And disrespecting disses. But this
I don't know because I'm not a rapper, but you listen to enough music to know what ad-libs sound like. What do other people say on ad-libs?
Still crazy aggressive.
Like, what would you do to make it better?
All for street trying to do him like Dumpsy. How many niggas got brother come mummy? How 10 bullets burning through they tummy? Now they got poke niggas up for more bloody. He that one suicidal like a dummy. The big chopper.
Nah, he was talking. I ain't gonna lie.
That was only a small part of the crazy disrespect.
Yeah.
And that's not even talking about the features yet, who I'll get into in a little bit. I feel like this song is definitely a step up from a diss song, like OUSMANE, because you can truly feel the energy on this shit.
Yeah, facts.
Overall, I'll give Kenzo's lyrics a 9 out of 10.
Maybe just repeat like 1 or 2 words, then repeating the whole bar. What the fuck? Not the whole bar, but what the? So you just want him to say, you just want to repeat himself, but just say it, just repeat himself less?
Well, he wasn't saying anything crazy in terms of substance. He was definitely talking his shit on this. Category 2, flow. Now this is probably one of the best flows on the whole album. I won't play a clip of all the switch-ups because I've already played the clips of this song, and how he switched the flow. And this video already long as shit, but you can check the song out for yourself. All the flow deviations are fire. I'm also a sucker for these faster paced kind of flows. I have to give Kenzo's flow on this a 10 out of 10. The aggressiveness and the fast-paced nature just all work really well together. Category 3, production/mixing. The reason the ad-libs on this aren't a bother is because, even though he does the same repeating garbage, it's not mixed too loudly, so it doesn't really affect the song for me. So I won't take any points for that. Also, everyone's voices sound good and clear on this. No complaints there. Overall, I will give the mixing a 9 out of 10 on this. As for the beat itself, that shit was hard. Great fast-paced energy on this. And that bass in the background made it feel like I was at a concert. I also messed with whatever melody/sample the producer used on this. It fit well with the darker tone of this track. I will give the beat a 10 out of 10 on this, putting the production overall at a 9.5 out of 10. Category 4, features. This is a new category I'm adding for every song that has a feature on the album, and just in general for any future songs I rate with a feature. It will basically be a concise version of categories 1 and 2, for whatever features are on the song. To start off with TG, his lyrics definitely get a 10 out of 10. He was arguably more disrespectful than Kenzo on this.
Ayo, Shotty, suck my dick. Ayo, Nasty, suck my dick. Ayo, usually suck my dick. That's got it too high, that bitch getting hit like. And you know that we smoking on John Glow. Niggas turning to John Doe. We just gon' roll him a Porto. No backwards, only paper and photo. How the fuck niggas killing themselves? What the fuck? Niggas are so. Matter of fact, let me not even say that, cause this nigga murder is still unsolved. Like, oh my god, what happened to him? Bruce got shot, he was lacking again. And if we see the odds to be clapping at them, like, go get back, niggas, pack your twin. Now he dead. Roll him split. So many dads don't know who to pick. Eat out dead. She got a kick. Mix it with K, now a nigga lit.
I'll give TG's flow on this a 9 out of 10, because while his flows were good and diverse, I just don't feel like they match Kenzo's energy. That puts
you see the dick sucking that Joe dude. Right when TG came home, he started fucking saying the lyrics, doing a little the Kenzo dance emoji.
TG's overall at a 9.5 out of 10. Next we have Balla. His lyrics get an 8 out of 10. There's nothing bad about them, but it's just a step down in quality from Kenzo and TG,
I feel that.
especially in terms of the disrespectful last bars. His flow is also an 8 out of 10. Literally same reasoning as before.
Right,
It wasn't
tough
bad
out.
or anything. Just not on the same level as the other two. That puts Ray's overall at an 8 out of 10. And the features overall at a 9. If we average out all at an 8 out of 10, not on the same level as the other two. That puts Ray's overall at an 8 out of 10. And the features overall at a 9. If we average out all the scores including category 4, and finished business is a 9.5 out of 10.
Like, I fuck with you putting like old music videos and different ones for every single song that didn't have a music video to it. I ain't gonna lie, this top 5.
Category 1, Lyrics. I won't say too much about the lyrics here, because it'll be like the same remarks as the last song. I do feel like even though he wasn't dissing as much, it somehow felt even more disrespectful and dark.
Yeah, because
he was talking reckless on this. I'll give the lyrics on this a 10 out of 10, because I fuck with the demonic energy on the song. Praise God though. Category 2,
demonic
Flow.
energy.
Once again, really
I ain't gonna lie, I never felt no demonic energy when listening to any drill music, or definitely Kenzo.
not much to say. Great fast-paced flow from Kenzo on this with good diversity. And he always matched the drum hits perfectly. It's a 9 out of 10 from me. Category 3, Production/Mixing. I'm just gonna keep the mixing short and simple from now on.
Right.
Because I don't want to keep reiterating the same
That's
point.
good.
The mixing is a
All the
9 out of 10
time.
for me. Nothing wrong with it, from at least what I could tell. The beat itself was
What was the
insanely
ad-libs look
fire.
like?
It's like a dark piano beat, but it's more than that. It's almost like an aggressive piano beat with the fast-paced melody, and the hard-hitting bass and drums to match. I'll give the beat a 9 out of 10, which leaves the production overall at a 9 out of 10. Category 4, Features. Seti's lyrics on this are an 8 out of 10. Very solid wordplay, but I just don't feel like it was on par with Kenzo's wordplay.
Facts.
Seti's flow on this disappointed, however. I don't know why, but he kept this very weird pausing flow.
Yeah.
Where instead
I
of
know what you're talking
continually rapping, he would just stop.
Yeah.
Shots go God. I turn a Vic in Pasto. I go stupid with the trade. You would've thought I was moving. Pass off, 10 catch 22
Bro,
shots,
it
get
was
rid
weird.
of. Like he chucking a deuce.
I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't bad though. Like, it didn't ruin the song.
Shit
for me,
get
though.
raptors. Break out on the Thule. Fuck a clip.
I'm gonna have to give Seti's flow a 6 out of 10. Not the worst thing ever, but just unconventional and weird. That puts Seti's overall at a 7 out of 10. With that being said, Brutality's overall is a 9 out of 10. Even though Seti might have had a lackluster flow, all round it was still a great song.
I don't love her, I just wanna fuck. I'm a demon like she know what's up. She throwing it back while I'm grabbing her butt. I love turning her into a
Damn, I be forgetting what music videos are on this album, bro.
slut. Get on your knees, it's time to suck me up. Sipping on lean, walkie in my cup. You gon' call me when it's time to rump. You know that you want it, why you tryna front?
Damn, there's only 3 songs
1,
left.
Lyrics. I really fuck with the vibe of the song. It's Kenzo's first truly happy love song on the album. Talking
Yeah.
about all the highs of a healthy relationship, and painting a picture of a chill life with the girl you love. It also just has a very fun feel to the song.
Facts.
Even though it just broke down the lyrics, you don't need to understand them to enjoy the song. You can just sing along to this
Type
on the
shit.
freeway,
type
while
shit.
it's sunny outside, and that shit is still a vibe. I feel like a lot of Kenzo's love songs always have a more sad or argumentative aspect to them.
Facts.
So seeing a truly enjoyable love song from him is a phenomenal switch up. I'll give the lyrics a 10 out of 10 on this. Category 2, Flow. Kenzo's flow on this is great. He always matches the beat perfectly, and whenever the
That's what I
drum
be
kicks,
saying.
he sets up a new bar perfectly.
Facts.
There is one issue, however. There is absolutely zero flow switches on this. The whole song is the same thing,
That ain't
but
a
that doesn't
problem, man.
necessarily make it boring.
That's a fact.
I just wish there was a little variety for that.
Yeah,
I'll give the flow
of
an
course.
8 out of 10 on this.
Okay.
Category 3, Production/Mixing. The mixing on this is a 10 out of 10. Not
shit.
much to say, his voice is clean and well layered over the beat. And as for
What
the
about
beat
the
itself,
ad-libs? Oh.
this might be the best one on the album besides My Type of Time. I love the drum hits, and that point where the drum keeps kicking is fire.
Okay.
She don't like what about you and me. I'm like,
Only one song
what I don't
left.
know, I'ma see. You know my body, baby, I'm a SLIXZZ. I can be out here loving on those skis. And my chop on 100 degrees, cause I just got finished dumping on the G's. She like she don't ever want me to leave. But I got too much shit on my sleeve. Like,
Like, it's a little bars like that, like my chop at 100 degrees because I just got finished dumping on the G's. That's tough, bro. Like your gun is hot because you feel me, you was using that shit.
I also love the sample on this.
Like it's the
Perfect
little
for the
shit like
upbeat
that.
love vibe this song has.
I,
I'll give
like lyrics isn't about dissing. You feel me? Like it don't gotta be just in pain joke. It could be shit like that, bro. I love
the beat
shit
a
like
10
that.
out of 10, and the production overall a 10 out of 10. That puts What's the Moves overall at a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm a sound like this like a movie.
It's the vibe like
she like how you don't even drive, but you pull up in phones all the time. I just laugh and I said I'm that God. She just out there and look at my eyes, pop me a perky, got me high down,
like
bring
that
her
girl
back.
and it's fine like
Category 1, lyrics. This also had a happy love vibe to it. Although maybe not quite as happy as What's the Move. Kenzo reminisces
This
about a
shit top
past
tier.
relationship
This 10.
and questions if he really loved her.
Bro,
Or
not
if he
listening to
was
the lyrics,
just
get
caught
on
up
my
in the
dick.
moment. Although it's mostly positive memories.
Definitely do.
This song suffers from what a lot of Kenzo love songs suffer from, being that it's very similar to a lot of them. It's still great lyrical substance at the end of the day. I'll give the lyrics on this a 9 out of 10. Category 2,
I'll
flow.
say 10.
Kenzo's flow wasn't bad on this by any means, but it got kind of boring throughout parts of the song. That hook is infectious though. Super catchy. I'll give
Boring.
the flow an 8 out of 10. Category 3, production/mixing.
Like you fanned out, can throw up Mac and scream Ewok. You fanned out.
The mixing is clean on this. I know the voice sounds weird,
You're
but
the same
that's
person telling me I didn't know the lyrics.
just because I played the On the Radar version, where
Yeah,
he was rapping along to it.
I ain't like the honorary version is the one I just like
The
more.
real version has solid mixing and it's an easy 9 out of 10. I also fuck with the beat heavy. Great chill sample and a nice heavy drum and bass pattern. I will also give the beat a 9 out of 10, which puts the overall for production at a 9 out of 10. Category
What about that
4,
feature?
features.
Yep.
Balla was a great addition to this, and I wish he had a longer verse. His lyrics
Nah.
and flow are both an easy
did good,
9
though.
out of 10. He matched
Kenzo went
Kenzo's
off.
energy perfectly on this, which is something a lot of people can't do. He stayed on the same love timing as Kenzo,
Facts.
but also put his own spin on it, and didn't
Facts.
copy Kenzo's exact flow on this. Ray's
Oh,
overall
God.
is a 9 out of 10. That puts Wonder's rating at a 9 out of 10.
And I'm tired of niggas trying to
Damn, why can't you just give it a 10 out of 10, bro? There was no songs that was a 10 out of 10.
diss me, but I'm still in the field with the busy.
I put it a 10 out of 10.
No, I think I
Remember.
shot it as Kenny. And if you tracking the G's, you a bitch. Keep it 60, this shit can get sticky. GDK, we don't fuck with no blickies. Shit get risky. On the block with my knocks, niggas know me, I'm always on 50.
If there's one general compliment I could give to this album, it would be the consistent quality. Every song you can expect an outstanding verse from Kenzo because he usually delivers 9 out of 10 times. The one general critique I can give is that I wished I could have seen some more diversity from Kenzo. He had solid
What does that
diversity, but he has a
mean?
problem where a lot of his love songs sound the same, and a lot of his standard drill songs sound the same. You're probably confused why I didn't rate Feel the Rage.
Nah, bro. I feel that for like my type of time. That was one of the ones where like it stood out. Like, okay, it sounds like a lot of other shit, but like I'm saying more like the singles he's been dropping recently, where it sounds the same. Like on this album, I didn't really get that vibe. Like it's the same.
And Losing Control Part 2. They were both on Kenzo's previous album Mr. Ready to Blitz. So if I ever rate
Oh, For the Rage was on the deluxe. Yeah.
the album, I'll rate those songs then. Year of the
I
Balla
don't know why he did that.
was a
That
great
weird.
album overall, however.
I don't think Kenzo's perfect. I never said Kenzo was perfect. I think his lyrical ability is above everybody else's, but it could use some work. Facts. It could be refined a little bit, and I think he needs to tap into the pain drill, and I think the love drill does sound similar in a lot of his songs. Not a lot of it, but a couple of songs. W subscriber, I appreciate that, K.
It gets a 9 out of 10 from me, and I hope to hear more
sub.
consistency from Kenzo in the
For
future.
the Rage was on normal. Mr. Ready
My
to Blitz.
favorite song was probably My Type of
Oh,
Time.
my bad.
And my
I
least
thought you weren't a
favorite
Kenzo
was
fan.
100% Can't Lack. That's it for the video. Shout out to those who actually sat through this whole thing.
Type shit.
This was my first time doing long form content like this. And if y'all have any critiques about this video, or about my opinion,
Nah, I just think visually that's the only thing, and I don't know what you want to do about the ad-libs. The ad-lib shit is crazy. I don't understand that.
feel free to leave it down in the comments. I hope y'all enjoyed. Have a great day.
Kenzo.
Sandstone.
Oh, Lose Control is what I was thinking about. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I don't want to give too many 10 out of 10s, but 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8.5, 9 out of 10. I would say 7.5 and 7 out of 10. And for the ratings, like I would say 8.5. Lose control 9.5 out of 10. So underrated.